Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, from GSL Season 2 2023, it's going to be GuMiho and Solar here in Royal Blood. Top right going to be GuMiho, bottom left going to be Solar. This is from the qualification rounds. I have access to GSL replays because I support GSL on a Patreon. If you want to support them as well and get access to the replays, then go ahead and click the link in the description of this video, alright? Alright, so as ZVT here, GuMiho did get to the finals of ESL Summer Masters. He did not win, but I kind of feel like he's in good shape right now, right? So, barracks coming up inside the main base at 1 Rax expand timing. Hatch first here from Solar at 16 supply. Terry the Overlord moving out, Terry merch at falconpaladin.store, and Steve the SCV merch at falconpaladin.store. I am wearing a Steve the SCV shirt right now. It is comfy. Steve looks so good. He is red, not blue, on the shirt. And yeah, falconpaladin.store. Check it out. The URL is super easy to remember. This Overlord is looking for proxies, but no proxies today from GuMiho. Are you going to play a weird mech style today, GuMiho? I sure hope that you are, because that's why I chose to cast this replay. So again, Reaper expand timing, and 60, 70, 80, 90, 400, boom, expansion. Yeah, so what's going on in the world? I just went to my middle son's summer band concert. He wanted to do summer band, so he's been going there for a couple of weeks, and wow. The final concert was amazing. They played Wagner, classical music, and it sounded good. It was like violins and cellos and clarinets and trumpets and drums and all sorts of great stuff, and it all came together, and those are students, and I was just impressed. Much more impressed than my parents were at my summer band concert, that's for sure, back when I was his age, many years ago. Oh, Reaper. Reaper getting a drone kill. I'm out of Reaper names. So this Reaper's name is simply Wagner. Yes, the classical German composer got transported forwards in time, stuffed into a Reaper suit because Minsk is an uncultured swine who doesn't like classical music. Now here he is, trying to take down the Zerg. He doesn't know why. But he is compelled to attack this hatchery nevertheless. So yeah, Wagner, a German composer, theater director, polemist, conductor, chiefly known for his operas. Well, unlike most opera composers, Wagner wrote for both the libretto and the music for each of his stage works. Hot dang. What a talented fellow he is. Alright, so the Queens are slow walking over here to get rid of this Reaper. Not that he can really do much damage to the hatchery here. Hellion coming out to join his buddy Wagner. The Hellion does not have a name, unfortunately, but yeah, everything's fine here, right? More Hellions in production, going for a Viking first out of that starport. So 1-1-1 play here with the expansion is GuMiho. All is well, indeed. Zerg player getting that speed. Love a good speed upgrade. Everybody knows that. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a so far so good thing here, right? 2 Hellions and a Reaper, a classical combination. Queens will shut that down every day of the week. No, Terry! Terry, we hardly knew ye. Rest in peace. Third base. This is a sub 3-minute third from GuMiho. So, he's basically playing like Bjorn or Maru at this stage, which is fine. Playing like Bjorn and Maru is very cool. Never going to tell anyone they shouldn't do that. Ling comes in for the scout, sees the gases, sees the full saturation, says, yeah, this is probably a quick third. If I had to guess what's going on here, the Marine count is not heavy enough. Not that he necessarily saw that. Oh, quick move out with this medevac. Ay caramba. So what do we got here, my guy? Very fast. Very fast. Medevac 5 Marine. A lot of Hellion drop here. This is interesting. All right, he's YOLOing his way in. He's going to unload the Marines into the Chaos. Queens, Lings on the defense here. Queen's trying to focus down the medevac. Medevac is going to survive. Focus the medevac. The medevac being... Okay, medevac down. That helps clean this up immensely. All these dudes die. Reaper down. Goodbye, Wagner. Hellions are YOLOing their way inside the main base here. How many drones are going to die? Depends. Pretty good split here from Solar. Not bad. Kind of bunching him up here. He feels like he can bring them back to work, but I don't know. Now he probably can. As all the Hellions get picked up against the wall, pinned up against the wall there, and die. So 11 drones went down. Resources lost 1,600 for GuMiho, 1,000 for Solar. I don't know about that YOLO. I don't know if that was worth. But third base got landed during all that chaos. That's cool. Double engineering bay here, so we're not meching because that is double NG bay. This is a bunch of barracks. You know the drill. Lings are going to try to knock down these rocks because tanks like to sit down here and fire up this way and protect Marines that are attacking your third base, and it sucks as a Zerg player. Fourth base on the way from the Zerg player too. Baneling Nest on the way from the Zerg. This is GuMiho playing real standard Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, and Widow Mines here. Be real surprised if I don't see all of those units. Yeah, there's an armory, but I don't think it's for the mech. Although, you know what? It's GuMiho. You could start just pumping tanks and Thors and stuff here, and I think wouldn't be too surprised. Oh my gosh. The last Hellions that were in this base all died. I don't, can't, why is the medevac following them? I guess maybe he wants to pick them up? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, you could heal them if they were Hellbats, but that armory is not done yet. And you medevac are not happy. More Hellions. Oh, good. Great barbecue. Wow. Once again, YOLO Hellions here. But 26 drones down is no joke. 26 drones in the first 6 minutes. Solar's only at 56 workers. He'd much rather be closer to 70. And he would be, except for the fact that these Hellions have been getting a lot of damage done. The Hellions have also been dying. 11 of them have gone down. So map control totally belongs to Solar here, but he doesn't want to have map control. He wants his drones back, I feel like. Which he's working on, right? He's back up to 69 workers here. Yeah. Yes, he's lost 26 drones, but, I mean, the good news is those Hellions are all dead. And these have been, I mean, this is just constant production here, man. Yep, Marauders, Widow Mines, Marines, Medevacs. What did I tell you we were going to see today, huh? Combat shield on the way. 1-1 coming in. You guys have seen this before. None of this is surprising. I love this Overseer trying to abuse its flying capabilities to not die. But, super dead. Alright, Changeling died there too. Rest in peace. Solar's creep spread is pretty impressive considering the Hellion pressure he's been under today. But I guess GuMiho's priority has not been killing Hellions. It's really just been going after, GuMiho's priority has not been killing creep tumors. It's been killing drones, which he's pretty well succeeded at. So Hellbat, Widowmine, Marine Marauder style attack here. Solar's up to 80 workers. But its army value, I don't know. There's that Hellbat transformation. Bawoosh. Bawoosh. Baneling connecting. Ling's trying to get surrounds. 2 Hellbats go down. And GuMiho's got to back it out. But yeah, happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you're enjoying this cast. Hit that like button if you are. This helps the algorithm know that I'm here. Appreciate it. Infestation pit on the way. For infestors or for a hive? We have seen a pretty solid uptick in infestor play over the last few weeks in StarCraft 2. But I feel like for Solar, it's just going to be for hive tech. He's getting Hydras. I feel like a Lurker Den is very so much in his future here. Nice Baneling connections. Ooh. Great pickup, though. Saving a bunch of those dudes. Oh, let's be Lings. How many Lings have died attacking these supply depots today? A lot. Strangely enough. Muscular augments, 2-2 coming in, but it is +2 melee, not 2 missile attack. Intriguingly enough, he's making Hydras, but he's giving the Lings the upgrades right now. I mean, they all share the Carapace, obviously, but intriguing to me that that's what he's going for. It makes me feel like it's Ultras. Hives on the way. Zergling in here fighting, gets killed by SCVs. Big insult for sure. But yeah, it's just a hive, right? No infestors being produced, no pathogen gland upgrade coming in. That's all we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. More medevacs on the way. Ling's Banes. Decent target fire on those Banes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Planetary Fortress 4th base, as is tradition. These Lings keep coming up to poke at this wall before it's done, but they're not really getting a lot of damage done. I don't know what the plan is. Okay, so yes, Lurker Den. The Hive allows you to get access to Seismic Spines and Adaptive Talons. So far, so good here. Alright, Banelings getting some decent connects and then pulling back. I like it. I like it. Solar's micro here is pretty good, man. Both players effectively maxed out. Solar's economy is way better. But army value, GuMiho has a bit of an advantage there. Zerglings try to pop in. No. Attack coming on the left side here from GuMiho. And right side. Let's go. Multiple attacks simultaneously. GuMiho coming in. The best Terran players in the world can do this. And actually, the not best players in the world can also do this. So this gets rebuffed to right side. Left side gets picked up. Dropped in the main. Lings rolling in single file aren't going to get a lot done, but they will start to overwhelm. Oh, this attack trying to take down that hatchery. This attack might actually get this hatchery. Widowmines need to burrow in. There's like, he's alive? How is he alive over here? Hang on, mate. So he's here, but he's getting absolutely overrun by Lings. But guess what? I guess... What, does he just pick up? The Banes leave, and the Lings alone are not able to break through that entire thing. This group stutter stepping back, splitting against the Banes, taking some serious hits. This 4th hatch of Solar, 5th hatch is dead. This drop in the main is still alive. What is going on? 2-2 Marines? Okay, that's a pickup, and that's an evac. Ugh, not enough room for everyone. 1 medevac leaves, like 5 came in. It was a little bit sloppy from GuMiho. I think he was trying to control in like 4 places at once, which is not easy. Army value is 92 to 74 in favor of GuMiho right now. He's continuing to pump Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, Widowmines. Got a couple Widowmines to fall back to here. Again, it's 97 army supply, but it's split into separate groups, right? Group. Some dudes just started popping out of these barracks here. Seismic Spines on the way. Adrenal coming in too. You know the power of the Adrenal. Lurkers without support. Lurker down, and a Lurker down. Big get there from GuMiho. Widowmine 5 kills. Widowmine only 1 kill. Underachiever. Parents unhappy. This Widowmine's parents are not pleased at all. Solar's doing a pretty good job holding this off. Not the greatest job. He did lose this hatchery. He has lost a total of 44 drones today. That drop in the main base stuck around way too long. Vipers, the tech of choice here. So Solar's playing more standard. Is it standard? I don't know. He's just going for the very, very more meta style. Ling, Bane, Viper. There's a Blinding Cloud. Okay. These Lings might all die before Adrenal finishes, which is hilarious. This attack on the right side is big from GuMiho. Nice Widowmine connections. They're hatched down. Big get here. 93 to 49 army supply all of a sudden. The Lurkers. No! GuMiho wins game 1 of our sneaky twofer. Absolutely killer impressive display of Terran there. Taking down Solar, who's been playing really, really well. It's just, I think GuMiho is just playing on a different level at the moment. I think this patch is a little bit Terran friendly based on some of the Terran results we've seen here, in all fairness. But, yo, that was amazing. That was an absolutely amazing display of our guy, GuMiho. So he gets the 1-0 lead in our sneaky twofer here today for your Sunday. But, I mean, nothing weird about it, right? Marine, Medevac, Widowmine, Marauder. He's got his upgrades. He's got his +3 attack. Yeah, the Lurkers came out, but they weren't really supported by much. The Vipers weren't there to throw Blinding Clouds up. Vipers aren't super good against really mobile armies like this, right? What do you abduct from here? There's no Ghosts to abduct. There's no tanks to Blinding Cloud. I really feel like Infestors would have been the better choice. Right? That current meta of and bringing Infestors to the game like Serral and Dark have been doing, I think I think is what we're looking at. I really do. That's the future. That's the future of this matchup. Is a fungal on this group. Does damage, slows them down. They can't run from banelings. They can't get picked up by medevacs. I think it's the answer. So yeah, GuMiho gets the 1-0 lead here. Great pressure. Took down 3 hatches and 50 drones in only 13 minutes. Lost 4 SCVs. He was really not under pressure at all today. No major attacks towards any of his bases. And that's just the power of Terran, man. If you can keep that pressure up and keep it steady, you can make sure the Zerg player never feels safe enough to move across to your side of the map at all. So, dead impressive stuff, game 1. Let's move to game number 2 and see what we get. Game 2 of our sneaky twofer is here on Gressfin. Bottom right, it is Solar. Top left, it is GuMiho. All right, so GuMiho did very well, keeping Solar contained, killing a lot of drones in the early game, taking out a couple of hatcheries, and then just building behind it. And the Lurkers were no match for the Marauders and Marines and Widow Mines and stuff. And is this going to be a proxy here from GuMiho? It certainly is going to be. All right, so let's see. 1 SCV proxy 1, 2 SCV proxy 2, 3 SCV proxy 3. Triple racks proxy here against a hatch first from Solar for game number 2 of our sneaky twofer. Can Solar handle this? We know that Dark's good at holding this stuff. Rogue, Serral. We've seen Raynor do it. That's why they are the 4 queens of Zerg in StarCraft 2 right now. But I don't know. I don't know if I've seen Solar pull this off. His proxy defense isn't super duper hot. Overlord was heading the right angle to kind of catch this. Just stopped moving, though. Just wants to catch maybe an early bunker. That's what this does. It gives him access to see if the bunker's going to start coming up here. Because this hatchery certainly can't see it. And we'll never see a bunker coming up right here because hatcheries are blind as bats when they're under construction. But yeah, gonna wall off back home in case it's some early link pressure here. He's doing this blind. He has no idea what's going on in Solar's base. Is there a pool already done? Maybe. No, there's not. But he doesn't know that, right? So here come... Yeah, this is where the Overlord says, oh, a Marine this early and 2 SCVs, huh? All right, well, gotta pull the drones. And indeed, that's what he's doing. Drones coming down. I don't know if this bunker is going to finish, man. Solar got a really fast reaction to this. That Overlord positioning wasn't the best. He couldn't see the barracks themselves, but he got that early advance warning. And I mean, he's been running past these Marines. God, drones are so good at killing Marines. They're faster than Marines. They hit them pretty hard. This is a lot of lost mining time and some pretty solid stutter stepping by GuMiho, actually. And this guy's going to die, but okay. So how many drones died? 8 drones for 6 Marines. And then the Lings pop and kill this bunker. All right. So Solar handled it. Did he lose too much mining time? Did he lose too many drones? I don't know. That is hard to determine at this stage of the game. It is 19 to 15 workers for GuMiho. It is only slow Lings here. Yeah, fight with these queens, man. If the Marines want to come in and fight against these queens and they have no upgrades, by all means, let them do it. Spine coming up here. GuMiho's not going home, ladies and gentlemen. He is keeping these barracks here. I feel like other Terran players would have lifted these and floated them a long time ago, but not our guy. Not our dude GuMiho here today. Yeah, hard wall of supply depots. Could probably put this guy to... There we go. Put him to work. Get some Vespine gas mining out of that dude. And finally, looks like GuMiho might be going home. Maybe one more round of Marines. Then we pick up and we fly home again. Fly homeward. Not lift. There we go. Now they're lifting. Okay, got time to go. It's always kind of majestic how barracks and factories and command centers float and fly. Is there a Ling here? Probably was. Also very dead. All right, so a spine, that second spine is up. It's canceled because I think it recognizes there's no real pressure coming his way now. But here's the thing about Terran. You might think, oh, GuMiho totally got shut down on that proxy. He can't possibly win now. I have cast several games in my StarCraft career where proxy has failed miserably and the Terran has won anyway. All right. Okay. Factory on the way from GuMiho. Third base under construction. As the second base is still under construction, so he's going to try to catch up economically here. Not really much Solar can do about this, you know? He's droning up. He's got a handful of lings. They don't have the speed upgrade yet, but it's almost done. This is a hard wall with barracks anyway. That's a lot of Marines, man. Like, these lings, nope. Lings aren't getting anything done, which is why he's not producing any, right? He made like 9 of them, but that was just for defensive purposes. They're here now. They're not really intended to get any damage done whatsoever, and he's not trying. He's just keeping them at home in case the Marines show up. Got a spine crawler over here protecting the third base. Loving that. Getting cloak? Yeah, all right. A little bit of a Banshee follow-up here from GuMiho. Lings are running. Trying to see if a medevac is going to fly out over this way. Hanging out with this Leote friend. I'm sure Zerglings and Leotes are totally friends. Lings don't kill and eat those. No sirree Bob. So yeah, we just kind of moved into a more normal game here. Solar's at 50 workers, 34 SCVs on the other side of the map. Third and fourth gas is on the way from Solar. Just kidding. That's a second and third gas on the way from Solar. He still hasn't taken one of the extractors, one of the assimilators, one of the geysers in his own base with an extractor. Can't really do assimilators. That's a Protoss thing. Engineering bay. All right, so GuMiho's not meching for us today. I mean, it's really tough to go from a proxy 3 racks into mech. I'm not sure I've seen anybody even try that, let alone succeed. If anybody could give it a shot, it would be GuMiho, but like, I already have 3 racks up. There's no reason to try to transition into mech. He's getting tanks, though, which Solar's Vipers would have been a lot better against if those had existed in the last game. We've already been over that, though, right? Baneling Nest coming in. The timings are all messed up because of the proxy. You don't really want a Baneling Nest closer to 4 minutes, but a 6.5 minute Baneling Nest is going to be okay for the situation that we're in right now. Creep spreading up ramps. Lings checking to make sure nobody's on the other side ready to kill those tumors, because those creep tumors are really important. And Cloak Banshee shows up. There's a Spore, and there's a Queen. So Banshee says, I'm out! If there were 2 Banshees, I think they'd start working on this 4th hatchery that Solar's trying to get up here. And there's a Raven. Oh. Yeah, traditionally, if you go Cloak for Banshees, you want more than 1 Banshee. This is a weird... Did he just... Was that all to trick Solar? It's like, I got a Cloak Banshee. That means there's more where that one came from, but then no, there's not. It's just the 1 Banshee, and then it's a Raven on the other side. So, like, Solar's not going to expect a Raven because he saw Cloak Banshees, and he's like, that starport is busy making a Banshee or 2 right now. Definitely not a Raven, no sir. Either that, or GuMiho was like, he's got spores. Extra Banshees aren't going to be very good. I guess I'll make a Raven. But I think he was already making the Raven before that Banshee saw there was a Spore at that third, or the natural base. I don't know. Hard to get the thought process of these players, you know? Hydralisk Den on the way. GuMiho's fine, man. Like, sure, that proxy got shut down, but it was a lot of lost mining time and a bunch of drones died. So Solar got slowed down. I think GuMiho might have done enough to kind of pull himself even with the proxy failing, which is kind of insane. But that's the power of the proxy, ladies and gentlemen. This Marine, his job was to scout. He didn't, I mean, there's 20 lings, boss. Blah. That's what you scouted. Another base coming up from Solar here. I love this expansion timing out of Solar, taking 1 billion bases, knowing that GuMiho doesn't feel super comfortable moving out here. Solar trying to swing up this left side, really trying to tie up this sneaky 2-fer. If we can end on a 1-1 tie, he's going to be a pretty happy Zerg player. Yeah, Siege Tank's getting shot. This guy gets pinned into a corner and dies. Lings versus tanks, man. Tanks do not like those little guys. Neither do Thors. Like, the big scary mech units are anti-Ling. Banshee says, wait, you know I have cloaked Banshees, right? Why are you... What? Why would you not have a spore at every one of your bases? Are you nuts? Or as the current meme goes, are you stupid? Is Solar stupid? Is the question. Infestation pit on the way. Again, I don't think this is for infestors, but there's tanks now. So Vipers are going to be great with Blinding Cloud and Abduct. It's a Marine tank here. 4th base, Landon from GuMiho, left side. Banshee casually has 5 kills. That's 12 drones down in the first 10 minutes. I mean, it was like 25 in the first 10 minutes of the last game, but, you know, you get what you can get when it comes to this matchup when you're playing against somebody as good as Solar is, yeah? So Infestation Pit's done. Hive timing now? Yes, hive timing now. GuMiho side of things, throwing up barracks, barracks, barracks. Right on. Another command center being produced inside the main. Kind of worried. My gosh, this Banshee's just been killing. Just killed a Baneling. That is a really cost-efficient little Banshee there. I don't like this for GuMiho from a Terran perspective. I really don't. There are speed Banelings and Lings everywhere right now. Everywhere. Solar's maxed out. I mean... This is kind of one of those things, right, where the Terran players just sort of on their back foot against the Zerg Swarm until the Terran falls. It's not great if you're a Terran fan to watch this kind of thing happen. But also, I don't know. Solar hasn't really been able to mount any kind of an attack, right? Vehicle weapons coming in. Level 2 for GuMiho, really relying heavily on these siege tanks. Making 3 command centers. And there's a drop heading down to the south here. Adrenal's getting started from Solar. Solar, I don't think he's ever let me down with Adrenal. I think Raynor and Serral and Rogue all have, but I don't think Solar has been someone to just completely forget about Adrenal, which I appreciate. Burrow's on the way from Solar. Yeah, that's how you know the Zerg player is feeling comfortable, is when they get Burrow. Because what that means is everything else is taken care of. Fine. Every other priority has been handled. Let's get Burrow. We can Burrow Lings at expansions that GuMiho wants to go to. It'll be fun. Yeah, these tank positions, man. GuMiho decides... Oh, never mind. Solar decides, let's go. Oh, double anti-armor missile. Oh, gosh. That's going to reduce the armor on these Lings to, like, -0. Okay, base has to lift off. That's not great, but GuMiho on the other side is a big old drop in Solar's main base. Lurker Den sniped. Queen's dying. Drone's dying. Solar's running back home to try to deal with this. The Hive's getting targeted down. No. Solar says, no, we must sacrifice the lives of our Adrenal Lings to save this Hive. And yes, it does get saved, but a lot of Zerg had to go home. And that gave GuMiho the chance to kind of reposition his 3rd base, make a few more siege tanks, get some more ghosts out. But dude, losing that Lurker Den sucks. Immediately replacing it. Solar. Smart. Oh, this hide right here is a big hide, man. He's gonna force a cancel on this bottom right base. I mean, look at this base count for Solar. Oh, the Abducts against Metavax. Oh, that is another reason to have Abducts for sure. All right, boys. What are we doing now? Well, juking. Trying not to die to Hydralisks is the main goal here. So GuMiho on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Solar on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases, and working on an 8th, everybody. Not looking good for GuMiGod here. But income. Wait, we don't have Game Heart? No Game Heart? This is a GSL replay. All right, well, whatever. Whatever and ever here. Blinding Cloud on the planetary. Okay, but not doing that. Fine, I guess. Don't need it. Planetary dead. Baneling bombed. All right. Solar knows what's up. You got to do that about 17 times because the Terran's going to have a million command centers to replace the dead ones with. Nidus Network coming in from Solar. Making more lurkers. That Adrenal is... Oh! Did Adrenal get canceled? Holy Hannah. The spawning pool died. So Adrenal got canceled. It was just about done. Okay. Fair enough. Ooh, pathogen glands too. Solar. Gonna make some infestors. Alright. This game is looking pretty good on both sides. Solar, 8 base in it. I mean, that's your 8th hatch right there. We determined that earlier. Overseer comes in, allows a Nidus network to spawn around at this 12 o'clock position. Out of range of the sensor tower. I don't know what this really does for Solar exactly, but hey, putting some fear of Zerg into a Terran opponent is always a good thing, in my opinion. Now he's going to Nidus inside the main, but there's a siege tank, and a siege tank by itself can easily kill a Nidus. Lurkers wander into this 3rd base position. Force a cancel on the command center that was trying to be built there. Try to go after the sensor tower. It is burning down, and without a repair, it will die very, very quickly. Overseer dead. More Nidus down here to the south. This is visions being provided by Broadling, which is nice. Yeah, sensor tower died. I'm really surprised GuMiho didn't try to save that. Yep. Nidus to the south dead. GuMiho, good positioning. And then swarming this planetary again. Anti-armor missile means everybody dies. This creep spread is looking pretty hot. Oh, a new sensor tower was built. That's okay. It's really messing up the gas pathing, I think, for these poor SCVs. But okay. This creep spread. When it's pushing on one of your bases, it just makes you feel so gross as a Terran player, doesn't it? Seismic Spines. We got Infestors coming in. Blue Flame. Oh, Blue Flame and Transformation Servos on the way from GuMiho. Okay. Does he have any Hellions or Hellbats at all? No. But maybe Force of Habit. He's like, I just get Blue Flame. I'm a Terran player. It's what I do. Lurker says goodbye, missile turrets. Oh, he let that tank live? 20 kills, siege tank too. Ay caramba. Lurker says missile turret, small target. Refinery, bigger target. Yeah, GuMiho. I don't know about this from GuMiho. Solar has a gajillion bases. But man, the number of times he's come in to attack somewhere and just been rebuffed is pretty high. Solar's getting a 9th base, which I think is going to get canceled. Really no doubt about it. Because, you know, GuMiho's right here. That Nidus Swarm is still out of vision, which is hilarious. Solar trying to save that 8th base. Anti-armor missile catching a bunch of lings. But yeah, finally canceling that 8th. No big deal. That's fine. Oh, he sees the Nidus up here too. Takes it down. This game started off as a triple proxy Rax. A 3 Rax, you guys. That's how this game started. If you came into this game at the 17-minute mark and said, yeah, this game started with a proxy Rax, would anybody believe you? No. Uh-oh. The ghosts are looking good. Another attempt to expand down here canceled and then immediately replanted, which is very funny. Probably could have left it there. GuMiho wants to expand down this way, but got to kill another Nidus worm, I suppose. Okay, lurkers come out. Oh, legs. Oh, gosh, that's so frustrating. But again, I don't know. These siege tanks, these +3 tanks are putting some work in against this swarm attempt. Every one of these swarm attempts have taken some tank shots, then thought about going home, and they've gone home too. 3 Niduses down here. Very funny. Oh, it was an evacuation attempt for the lurkers. 2 of them made it in. The other one did not. He is dead. +1 flyer attack coming in. Building armor, more ghosts. Dang. This game, too, is a lot more epic than I was expecting it to be. 3rd base of GuMiho under attack. Forced to lift off Hiders. Do they want to kill it? Forcing the lift off is probably good enough there. I thought these were changelings for a minute. No! A teeny tiny Marine Marauder group's going to force a death on a hatch down this way. GuMiho's got a 4,000 mineral, 1,600 gas bank. Solar's at 2,000 and 3,000, and that 7th hatch does go down. More Nidus shenanigans, this time up here to the north. A couple lurkers say, we're pretty comfortable down here at the third. This command center doesn't even have an upgrade yet, so it's easily able to lift off against this Ling Bane stuff. Yeah, a lot of this is positioning, man. A lot of this from GuMiho is, yes, I'm getting swarmed, but I'm positioned in such a way that I'm not losing a ton of stuff. In fact, Solar's lost 32,000 resources, and I've only lost 16. So the Terran player has been twice as cost effective with his units today as Solar has. Ton of fun, gotta say. Pretty impressive stuff here. Thors, planetaries, 13 corruptors coming in. Those have to be broodlords, though. There's really nothing to corrupt her down unless you want to caustic spray down a planetary or something. But I think GuMiho's smart enough to have, well, I'm gonna say smart enough to have turrets around, but not really. It's got a couple turrets in some places, but he actually has no turrets, so never mind. Maybe corruptors are interesting here. Ah, fungal, there we go. Fungal toss down, slow and doing damage. Thor kind of shrugs off that damage, you know. +2 flyer attack on the way here. Nuke! I didn't even see the nuke come through the production tab, my bad. Beautiful. Ah, it is so glorious. It is so glorious to see. Yeah, Solar's attempted an 8th base has not gone super well for him today. 3 hatcheries have been killed. Traditionally, I like to say you need 10 kills, 10 hatchery kills. It's another sick fungal there, man. But the EMPs, okay, this is why we don't see as many infestors as you think you might. Because of the EMP capabilities against these clumped up infestors. Snipe, snipe. 2 broodlords go down. Fungal, a big whiff on that one. Army value 110 to 143. Look at this bank difference. 7,000 for GuMiho, only 1,200 from Solar. What happens when you double up on resources lost by the thousands? EMP, bit of a whiff there too for GuMiho. Trying to clear out some of this creep, trying to snipe a couple of these infestors, but the broodlords raining down their broodlings upon the enemy here. Pretty effective at shutting down that snipe capability. More ghosts, more Thors here. Is it Ghost Thor tank? Did GuMiho sneak mech into this game at the 21-minute mark? He kinda did. Look at him pushing back at Solar's creep spread. Solar trying to retake that 8th. This siege tank has 11 kills. Yeah, a nuke, which Solar immediately sees, cancels the spores, gets the queens out of there. Throws up a spore out of nuke range, right? Yeah, completely out of nuke damage range. 8th base canceled. Basically killed. It doesn't show as a kill, but it should on the units lost tab. Buildings lost tab. More nukes in production. Yeah, the Banelings against Thors? No, that's not what they're meant for. They're supposed to explode on things like Marines. And they're pretty good against Hellbats. And Ghosts, kind of. Dude, this rolling. 147 to 116 total supply here. GuMiho is suddenly looking really good. Where's my Neural Parasite? Neural Parasite has been researched. So maybe getting a good brain control here, good mind control on these Thors would be a good way to make this thing, make this happen. Solar re-expanding to the base that just died at this 12 o'clock. It's his 6th, I think. Broodlord's finding a pretty nice place to attack from. Ghost tried to drop behind the lines and get an EMP off. Nice blinding cloud, fungal. Broodlord massacre on the Thors, but the Ghosts on the left side saving one of the Thors and actually killing a couple of the Broodlords as they flee too. Amazing. Yeah, big Ling groups against Ghosts, especially with their upgrades. Ghosts do not like that at all. Little blue flame Hellbat chasing those dudes away. 5 kills on that Hellbat immediately. This is crazy, man. This game. I might epic tag this sneaky twofer just for this game alone. I cannot believe GuMiho has been transitioning into mech here. He is. He's making Hellbats and Thors and Medivacs to heal up his Hellbats. Army value, 30 more for GuMiho than Solar right now. Both players pretty decent banks. But GuMiho doesn't have a ton of cash in that bank for gas anyway. Needs to get a fungal on these dudes. Maybe a neural parasite. Banelings on top of Hellbats. That's a trade GuMiho will take right now. Really no problem with that whatsoever. The Broodlords have finally arrived. They take a couple snipes. No, nice fungal. Couple Ghosts dying for the trouble of getting into those front lines. More Blinding Cloud on the Thors is so good. Woo! Solar, by killing those Thors, is really caught up and this resource is lost, kind of. He's made it better anyway, right? 50,000 to 30,000. It's not double anymore. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is that these Broodlings have 3/3, so they're a little tanky compared to, like, not tanky at all. Their duration was nerfed. God, the chain fungling on this group is pretty good. GuMiho's getting pushed back here. Abducting Medivacs, abducting Thors. Those are the targets for the abducts for sure. But it's 128 to 118 supply. GuMiho's at 28 SCVs remaining. 28 to 77 from Solar, which probably feels like too much. Yeah, he's oversaturating a couple of these bases. You could send some drones to this one, but lots going on. This 8th base. Solar trying to take this one on his side of the map. It's not going well. Because especially with the rate at which he's losing resources here today, he needs an extra base on what GuMiho has, and he just hasn't been able to really do that. These Hellbats are dead. They just don't know it yet. Now they do. +3 flyer attack is on the way. More Ghosts, more Thors here from GuMiho. Mm, 164 to 128 supply in favor of the Terran. Alright, the Broodlords again join the party as soon as they can get here. Blinding Clouds on the Vipers? No! Vipers get sniped. Do not accomplish much there whatsoever. The Thors are eating the fungals. They don't care. They don't care about fungals. Down the other side, though, Planetary Fortress going to get Baneling bombed? Nope. That's a retreat from our Zerg player for sure, but man. The Broodlord Micro, not enough. Hatchery down. Liberators, Neural Parasite on the Liberators. Big fungals. What an absolutely killer engagement here. Neural Parasites trying to get some shots off. 132 to 104 supply here. Solar does have the base on the side of the map from GuMiho, but he just lost one of his own, so it kind of evens out. He doesn't want that. 150 to 116 supply. Solar trying to build what here? Corruptors, Lurkers, Infestors, trying to deal with this mech style that GuMiho has managed to transition into here. For the last 10 minutes, Fungals. Oh, the Thors getting big hits off on these Broodlords, even with the upgrades they have. +2 armor on these Flyers. Banelings trying to get on these Hellbats more than anything else, and they do. But dude, the Broodlords are going down. The Thors are dying too, but the last Broodlord falls. Corruptors are here to try to wipe out Medivacs, but they're taking Thor hits the whole time. Infestors are a big problem here too, but Solar's at 60 minerals. He is starved to death. GuMiho, 1,300 minerals. Not super happy economically, but better off than that. It is not a huge army from GuMiho that's rampaging over this way. This Orbital is dead. Sorry, Orbital. Not your fault you're dead, buddy. Just flew over to the wrong part of town. Yeah, Solar's income is toast at the moment. Trying to blue flame Hellion down these infestors. They're trying to fungal their way to victory here. But GG! GuMiho gets the win. Gets the 2-0 over Solar in our sneaky twofer here today in a 29-minute. 29-minute. Oh, man. What an incredible display of TVZ there from GuMiho. Dude, he ends up taking down 9 hatcheries, which is close enough to 10, I gotta say. Only 2 planetaries died. An orbital and command center went down there too, but man, almost 1,000 lings went down. He did end up getting that adrenal, which I appreciate, but man, the cost effectiveness of this mech here was insane. 75,000 resources lost from Solar, 49,000 resources lost from GuMiho. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Like, absolutely crazy, 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 crazy good game there. So, GG. I'm just impressed that GuMiho managed a 2-0 Solar here today. Look good doing it. 75,000 resources lost from Solar, 49,000 from GuMiho. Bananas. Banana pants, that's the results. I would not have believed you if you told me that. This started with a proxy 3 racks and ended with 29 Broodlords dying. 29! 16 Thors, just so much death, so much tier 3 death in this game. 16 tanks. The end army for GuMiho was not ginormous. Okay, look, fine. 5 Thors and 10 tanks is actually pretty big. But yeah, it was cash. It was cash more than anything else. Solar was desperately trying to get a base on that left side of the map. He couldn't do it. And then he was a sad panda. Amazing. I think that's all I have to say now. So that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.